Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and prepare your taste buds as we embark on a relentless journey through the kingdom of brews. Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm chilling at home. Got back from the bar a little while ago, hanging out with Big Eric B., the prolific author that did my intro. And now I'm checking into a couple beers here, doing some few videos here. So what I have for you now is something a little different. This is the Glutenberg Stout. Now, as the name might implies, this is a 100% gluten-free beverage. And if you're like me, you've tried some gluten-free beers before. You probably have a friend or a relative or somebody you know who is either allergic to gluten or gluten intolerant, has celiac disease, whatever. And they were all into trying some things that they're allowed to drink. Years ago, probably easily 10, 15 years ago, I had a good friend of mine get diagnosed with celiac disease. And back then, there wasn't much out there. Just like 10, 15 years ago, there was crap for non-alcoholic beers. There was very few gluten-free beers. I think Red Bridge was one of the big ones. Some beers made with sorghum. They're all garbage. So this beer here is from Glutenberg, like I said. And this is based out of Montreal. And their big thing is they make 100% gluten-free beers. Their entire line of beers are gluten-free. Now, I've never had a specifically gluten-free beer that was good. On my channel, I did a couple of sour beers from Zool Brewing that I bought and didn't realize were gluten-free till I reviewed them. And they were phenomenal. Really good sour beers. I was surprised they were gluten-free, so I have high hopes for this. Now, like I said, this is out of Montreal. I'm going to read some stuff on the can in a minute. But first I want to tell you, according to their website, 50% of what they brew is exported to the U.S. 90% of the grain they use comes from Quebec, locally from Quebec, and 100% of it is gluten-free. They were started in 2020, and their first beer came out they were started in 2010. Their first beer came out in 2011. So, on the side of the can here, cool looking can. You can see by the price tag, got it from Simone's for $3.79. And this is a 16-ounce can. It says ingredients: water, millet, corn, candy syrup, which is kind of, I don't know about that, because that's probably, I can't even think of it right now, corn syrup, but it says candy syrup, hops, cocoa nibs, coffee, and yeast. I'm into cocoa nibs and coffee. Serving size, 1 serving per can. One can is 473 milliliters, roughly 16 ounces. 335 calories in this thing. Total fat, 0. Total carbohydrates, 43 grams. Protein, 0. Not a significant source of cholesterol, dietary fiber, total sugars, added sugars, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. On the other thing here, let's see what else it says on the side of this can. Brewed and canned by Microbrasserie Glutenberg, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Imported by Total Beverage Solutions, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Not much else on here. It says millet and corn beer. Oh yeah, 16 fluid ounces, 1 pint. Gluten-free craft brewery. Again, other than those couple of sours I had from Zool, which are some of my early on videos, most gluten-free beers I've had have been absolute garbage. Now, when I looked on Untappd, it has a 3.35 with 3,000 check-ins. At any rate, let's see what this beer is all about. I'm actually excited to try a gluten-free stout, because this is the first time I've seen a gluten-free stout. And with cocoa nibs and coffee, and after my experience with the gluten-free sours, I have high expectations for that. Definitely looks like a stout. I mean, that's a 40 plus on the SRMs. Don't even look at my chart. Nice big frothy head. That's a big stout head. Nice and tan. It's getting a little pillowy and fluffy like a stout should. As far as smell, typical stout smell. Cocoa nibs, a lot of malt, coffee, a lot of coffee in there, like not strong coffee, but the earthy coffee ground kind of smell. Like I was talking about in one of my other videos. I forget what video that was now. But that it's got a lot of that earthy coffee ground kind of smell. And those are the kind of smells that I want and like to see in a stout that has coffee and cocoa nibs in it. So I suppose we should try this. Glutenberg. Gluten-free stout. Never had a gluten-free stout. This will be the first time for me. Cheers, everybody. Mouthfeel, a little disappointing. It's very watery. I mean, I know a lot of stouts are you expect them, especially when they're this dark, you expect them to be kind of heavier and full-bodied. I mean, everybody says Guinness is like the stout, and oh, Guinness is a meal in the glass, and all this nonsense. And Guinness is a super watery stout. Once you actually start drinking a lot of stouts, Guinness is a watery stout. This is super watery. But it's gluten-free, so I'm assuming the ingredients they use don't provide as much of a body as some of the ingredients you would use in a regular stout. As far as flavor, the flavors are light. The flavors are mild, very mild. But you do get some light chocolatey notes, and you get, again, that coffee flavor. The earthy coffee flavor, not like first cup of coffee flavor, but that earthy richness kind of coffee flavor, which is really nice. I don't know if I saw anywhere about the alcohol. 5% alcohol, no big deal. I don't know if I remember to mention it's on Beer Advocates 81 good with 28 check-ins. But this. If you poured this in a glass, handed this to me, said, hey, check out this stout, I would say, yeah, it's right on the middle average stout. Not terrible. Not great. I'd drink it again, though. I mean, I'd put this up against Guinness. I think this might be better than Guinness. I mean, Guinness has that renowned creamy flavor as kind of like the standard for stout for some reason. But this has a nice chocolatey flavor. Nice little coffee bit to it. It's definitely horns up. If I was gluten-free, couldn't drink gluten, or couldn't ingest gluten, had a gluten allergy, this would be on my list. This is a great beer for those kind of people, those kind of allergies. If you like beer but can't drink it because of a gluten allergy, buy this beer. Check out the Glutenberg beers. This beer is really good. I'd like to try some more of these beers because this is actually a good beer. I would definitely buy it again. And you know, I hope you think my videos are good. I'm terrible at segues. But if they are, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And this was definitely an adventure, trying something new. And you got to always embrace that adventure.